Chris Larry Vera would never have finished that for me. So thank you so much. Welcome to a very different episode of Drunken Movie Geeks. My name is Matt Swizzy. You can follow me on Instagram at King Swizzy. This is John Hill. You can follow him on Twitter at John N for Negro, E for Ethiopian, Hill.
It's Norman Ernest.
I thought it was
For
different.
real?
My middle name is Norman too.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
I think we already high-fived
Yeah,
to this.
yeah,
we also high-fived to genocide.
Well, as we should.
Cheers.
So, different episode of Drunken Movie Geeks. We have for once in a 2-year stretch, 3-year stretch, someone who has prepared themselves with cue cards. Thank you, John. Chris Larry Vera, you're fucking on notice. We have cue cards. So, different format this time. I've got cue cards. He's got answers. Let's dive in. So, first cue card here, Jurassic World in quotation marks, also in quotation marks, Fallen Kingdom. Lucky number 13.
So there's 13 characters in
Yes.
Jurassic World.
I noticed 2.
No. I mean Jurass.
Oh, yes. Yep.
There's 13 characters.
Yes.
And there's also 13 characters in Fallen Kingdom.
Okay.
And that's the only thing that makes sense about anything.
I love this already. So we didn't like the movie. Like, full disclosure, the movie's shit. We are very drunk for this, so let me just take a pause. Let me take a long pull. Goddamn shoes. Second cue card.
Goddamn shoes.
What does this mean to you?
So the first movie,
Yes.
like, I'm not a feminist, obviously.
Okay. Very good.
I've
a
got
good start to a
beard.
review.
We've
Yep.
got beards.
We
You
have
can't be
beards.
feminists. But
Still be a pretty sweet party, though.
the first movie, I had massive. All I was thinking was that if I was a feminist, I'd be so offended by this
But
movie.
wouldn't you be proud of her for running in heels?
I mean, it's a feat.
Sure.
I
No
think,
pun intended. It's a feat. It's a great joke.
Yeah,
It's even
I
better on
led
paper.
into that one.
It's even better on paper.
But like the shoes, the whole thing where they're supposed to be finding her cousins and she's like making herself look good for the guy. It was very offensive to women, in my opinion.
Yes.
But the shoes, they kept focusing in on the shoes. And you know what? Like, I really believe if you want to be a successful filmmaker, get a foot fetish immediately.
That's a fucked up thing. Okay, cool.
What's a foot massage? A foot massage is nothing. I give my mother a foot massage.
Watch a Quentin Tarantino movie. Kill Bill has a whole scene where she's just staring at
Wiggle
her
your
feet.
big toe. Uma Thurman's got fucked up feet because her feet look like mine just without the diabetes.
And Tarantino loves them. In Pulp Fiction, she comes
pronounced
walking
Tarantino.
in. We're all watching her feet. And then she's like, let's go. And she folds her foot. I don't know if you ever tried folding your foot, but I actually tried. And
Right.
it's not an easy task. Well, many movies
Yeah.
have foot-related stuff in them.
Like
And
Footloose.
I'm totally... They made a movie about
like
it.
Matilda. Fun fact about me, because my name is Matthew, my mom used to put a towel around my head and pretend I was a little girl named Matilda when she gave me a bath. That shit happened when I was 5. Still traumatizing.
And you can't now unknow that.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Yeah, that's a real fact. I've only told like 2 girlfriends about that, and they're both like, ha 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 ha, you're fucked.
And
So-
now it's on the internet.
And now it's on the internet. Can't get hired by Disney. Mom thought I was Matilda.
Bye, Disney.
But if you don't hire me, that's transphobic. So now we have dumb homages. They're
But
evidence
I
tags.
do distinctly remember watching the movie
Yes.
and seeing homages to other movies. They weren't placed properly. And if you're going to make a big budget movie today, one homage is a great reference.
Yes.
several homages is we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about.
This movie had dumb callouts back to the first one because Ian Malcolm's in the fucking whatever bureau of fuckery and bureaucracy tribunal. And he's like, we should destroy Isla Nublar or Isla Taquito, whatever the Spanish name for this fucking thing is. And it's garbage. Not a fan. So we have Pratt-gasm here, and Chris Pratt, Crisp Rat, does a serviceable job in this movie to collect a paycheck. He was so shit in this movie.
Yeah, but
I didn't like Guardians 2, and he was still better in that movie than this movie.
Well, okay, yeah. But he is the action star right now.
Well,
he is the everything.
Tom Cruise is doing Mission Impossibles, so.
Yeah, okay. That's a whole different conversation about Tom Cruise. But Chris Pratt...
Yes.
Actually, there's quite the parallel between, like Tom Cruise, Scientology, Chris Pratt, Catholicism. Like, anyway, and Chris Pratt is the day. He's got charisma, he's got everything, he's white, he's male. Again, you can't hurt his feelings.
You might be able to if you say something bad about Jesus. Speaking about Jesus,
atheism,
racial bias. It's my favorite thing to talk about.
Racial bias. So Jurassic Park has quite the history of racial bias. Samuel L. Jackson would be the first to tell you, I was the first motherfucker killed in that movie.
He was.
And in this movie, the one person that had any sort of color or minority involved with them was the bumbling fucking guy that wasn't supposed to be there. He said it right from the beginning. Yeah. I'm an analyst. I'm not supposed to be here.
The I'm an analyst thing is bullshit.
But started in the dinosaurs.
So
Red face.
Dino Sex, Bestiality Rex, and I'm so excited to hear this. Okay. Dino sex in general. Do you guys know there's a subculture of people out there who watch dinosaurs and dragons fucking cars? That's a real subreddit.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Anyway, continue.
So I can't for the life of me figure out dinosaur sex. Have you ever seen two birds actually having sex? Have you ever seen that with your own eyes?
I don't look at birds often because they're weird, but go on.
No, but have you ever?
No.
Me neither. I've only ever seen one aviary penis in my whole life.
I really want to just focus on the fact that you said aviary penis.
It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
But I can't fathom, because I don't even know how birds do it.
It's a cloaca that gets, a cloaca is the all in one hole.
But is it like a fertilization thing, or do
I
they
hope
actually
so.
hump?
I don't know, man. Birds are weird.
I've never seen them, and I don't know if they do it in flight, or I don't know if they sneak off somewhere in the nest.
I just want to see somewhere like two eagles locked in the fucking throes of passion, just fucking, and then freedom around them.
Yeah, well, that's how I guess that it happens, because
Yeah.
I can't imagine them sitting down and going up to one another and being like, "All right, are we gonna do this?" And then
Are we fucking?
Yeah, and then the female presents herself and lifts up her back feathers.
Yep.
Much like a dinosaur's tail.
Much like the Nelly song, Shake Your Tail Feather.
Right?
Of course. Now,
Isn't
we've
that
got...
a Ray Charles song? And by the way, Bestiality Rex, it just sounded funny, so I wrote that down.
Bestiality Rex makes me think of so many things, and it honestly...
Wonderful, wonderful things.
Listen, bestiality should not be called bestiality. It should be called what it is. It's zoophilia. Sometimes you gotta fuck the entire contents of a zoo. That's a big beer.
We're gonna go Foster's?
No, that's Australian for beer. I'm so proud of you for opening that. Did you know none of this movie was filmed in Australia, but he's still drinking an Australian beer? That's Aborigine First Nations solidarity right there.
Live and in colour.
That was terrible. Water dinos in pen, Mosasaurus would starve.
Okay, so this is a timing thing.
Okay, cool.
How at the beginning of the movie they go into the Mosasaurus pen.
But no one has fed this fucking thing.
Right. And so there's a skeleton at the bottom of the it's been
for our
eaten.
French viewers, un squelette.
Skelet.
Skelet.
Skeletor.
Do you guys not find that the entire inclusion of an erupting volcano is so unnecessary to the plot of this movie that it's such bullshit? Because immediately beside there's another fucking island that these dinosaurs can all live on. They're like, no, we have to form the Dinosaur Protection Agency, the DPA. Also, anytime the initials DP are involved, I am so fucking interested. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so
Bryce Dallas Howard, child of Ron Howard.
Right.
Child of cousin, niece of Clint Howard.
Extremely attractive, Bryce Dallas Howard. So they're sitting in a shipping container.
Yes.
After all this nonsense has happened,
Much like many
24 hours
migrants,
have
yes.
passed.
Of course.
And he smells her hair.
Weird.
Like, we've been sitting here for, 3 hours?
Yeah.
I don't want to smell your hair.
You
I don't
wanna
want you to smell my
after-
hair.
Honest to fuck, out of the shower, this is good. After 45 minutes in this fucking chapeau, smells like shit. It's
This
garbage.
is a sour, it's a bummer. It's a bummer.
It is a bummer, yeah.
That's the best way to describe it. It's a bummer.
I totally forgot about that. Like, he sniffed her hair, like, oh, you smell good. Is that Pantene Pro V? Is that product placement? Like, what the fuck?
Well, he does this whole thing where he's like, and it's supposed to be all loving and everything, and that's like, yeah, that's wonderful. But the reality is,
Yes.
No.
So here's my question to you. You are Colin Trevorrow. You are the director of this movie. You've reached a point in this film where the main, I guess you can call him a villain, has revealed that he cloned his daughter and his wife or some shit, because I barely remember this. I've watched it twice and I barely remember. Is that not fucked? Is that not weird that you want to watch your daughter and your wife grow up again from fucking birth?
Okay, I'll say that no, I don't have children. I do want children someday, and I believe that knowing people that have children, if you were to say lose said children, it would be devastating.
Yes.
And the notion of bringing that child back would be absolutely favorable.
Pet Cemetery.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, basically what I'm saying is, I don't think there's any parent out there that, should they have the opportunity to bring back a child that has passed away, would pass on that chance.
No, for sure. So here's where I'm at with my life. I watched this movie. Chitteroni watched this movie. You watched this movie. There's a sequence where the little fucking girl, Mariella or Maisie or whatever her fucking name of the M is, she's like, they're alive like me. Like, yeah, of course they're fucking alive, you retard. They have a fucking pulse. And of course you're a clone and you understand that because that's how the world works now in indeterminable year that this movie takes place. John Hammond would have been terrified that they made human clones. That's a plot point of the movie. But the problem with you is, you're not just a clone, you're annoying as fuck, and you're fucking pointless.
Right. So, at the beginning of the movie,
yes,
we go in, and the Mosasaurus, who's been alone in its pen for who knows how long.
Like a month, because that's all that matters in this movie.
But somehow it's digested an entire skeleton.
Man, I can digest an entire pizza in a day. It can figure it out in a month.
Okay, and let's say that that's okay.
Sure.
And then they get the DNA.
Yes.
But then they've had enough time to make another whole dinosaur.
Yes.
And grow it to its
maximum size.
Yep. So time must have passed.
Yes.
And where was this Mosasaurus? Since it escaped right away.
Right away.
But it's only showing up on beaches in the after credits.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Time doesn't mean anything in this movie. As well.
Yes.
They're in like a shipping container.
For part of the movie, like a good portion.
But like, how much time is going by?
Like
there's nowhere to go to the bathroom. There's nowhere to get anything to eat. There's nowhere to get water.
We'll say a day for sake of argument.
I'm 100% behind the like, it's a movie. Things in movies aren't real. That's just the way things work because it's movies.
All right. So here's the thing. We already talked about auction prices. The prices for the dinosaurs are too low.
Ludicrous.
However, That's your last cue card, by the way.
Is it really?
That's your last one.
Snap.
Which means I get to start talking about weird shit.
Fucking A.
Goldblum fooled us. No, he didn't. We all knew Jeff Goldblum was only going to be in this movie for a little part. And Chris and I were talking about it on the way over here. Morty. We already knew that because of past Jurassic World films, Jeff Goldblum was only in there for the paycheck because he was filming Thor Ragnarok at the same time, which he is in a significant amount more. And I get it. Everyone's like, oh, Jeff Goldblum, like, he needs to be in the film a lot more because, you know, Ian Malcolm, life finds a way. Jeff Goldblum solely came out and be like, hey, man, I will market this movie and do all of the Jeep commercials you want for several dollars. Other than that, I do not want to be associated with this colossal pile of shit. Goldblum is in this movie to make this movie accessible to people that hated Jurassic World 1. We have very little...
Worth a try anyway.
Here's the thing
really.
with Drunken Movie Geeks. We talk about movies we have no authority talking about. We're just dudes that watch a lot of movies. We watched this and we know it sucked. It will make its money back because there are so many fucking idiots that'll be like, oh, do you want to see dinosaurs on screen? Do you want to see the double raptor? He creeps through the bedroom with the clone girl. I fucking, honest to God, here is the biggest issue with Jurassic World. This is the movie in a nutshell. This movie starts out with the whole artifact recovery, and you have no idea what the movie's gonna be scene, and then they get chomped on by the mosasaur. They're like, oh no, false tension, and then they get let go and they fucking exist elsewhere because Bokeem Woodbine has a contract, and you proceed through the film hoping that the tension level that was given to you in the trailer when you see Chris Pratt run off a fucking edge, you're hoping that you get that level of fear and tension brought to you as a viewer. That never happens.
Well, okay.
There's nothing about this film that brings the tension to a high. The first Jurassic Park movie had those moments where like, oh, this is tense, this is scary, like the Jurassic or the T-Rex being like, hey, what's up, bitch? You're in that Jeep?
Yeah.
Sup, bitch?
Yeah.
And then they climb on the electric fence, and Sam Neill's like, ah.
That's the thing, though. Spielberg started building that tension before the Tyrannosaurus made it through the wires.
Correct.
So that tension was building already.
But the 4 films that came after that, there was no tension. This movie, here's the thing with Jurassic Park. I was never afraid of dinosaurs taking over the earth as a kid for 2 good reasons. 1, it's science fiction. 2, any dinosaur can be put down by the adequate application of firepower.
Right.
Every single dinosaur in
animal.
this movie, like the fucking Indoraptor, the Indominus Rex Raptor, double raptor as we call it.
Raptor squared.
Raptor squared. That thing can be put to bed with several applications of a shotgun. And every American has that. There shouldn't be a feeling at the end of this movie when you see the dinosaurs going out into the world of being like, oh, they're feeding in urban centers. Oh, yeah? That thing sucks. But you know what we have because we live in America? Several guns.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a bullshit... Like, I understand it's science fiction, but it's science fiction in America. If they had done this shit in the European Union, holy fuck, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Because the only country in the European Union that has guns is Switzerland, and the rest of them are like, we don't do that shit. Everyone in Switzerland's like, hey, man, what if we kept guns in our houses because of military service? Meanwhile, Finland is like, yeah, same thing. No dinosaurs are going to invest in Finland. It's bullshit.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
I get mad. I get mad. Just get mad.
Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom.
What are they going to call the next one? Jurassic World, Jurassic Planet?
Well, really, they should have called the movie Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, but ... Because really, as the trailers
what
say,
now?
Well, as the trailers put it, the whole movie was supposed to be, oh my God, The island is collapsing.
Yes.
We got to get these dinosaurs off of it
Yes.
because we're not sure yet. Do they have rights as like other animals? Are
No,
these
they
endangered
don't.
species? No,
Even
no.
if
But
they
that's
don't,
question.
the fucking like
That's the question, though.
Oh man,
No, but really,
that is a question.
and that the whole movie should have been: should we or shouldn't we save these animals?
No,
Regardless of what the answer is. Irregardless. Jurassic Park is not thinking of the long term
I did
plan.
not have any fun watching this. I got upset both times I saw it. I'm like, this is fucking boring. This is bullshit, and I hate it.
That's the thing, is that they're not thinking of the long-term plan, nor are they thinking of the short-term plan.
Yeah.
So how are you supposed to put together a piece of entertainment if you're not thinking of those things?
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody can make a movie and say, okay, if we're guaranteed to make this money, then let's make a movie about a guy who goes and he buys a coffee, and then he drinks the coffee, and then he goes, oh, there's some coffee grinds at the bottom of this coffee. Maybe I'll bring it back. Nah, it's not worth it. And he throws the coffee away.
That's this movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you're guaranteed to make the money, why do you care what the movie's about?
Yes.
Marvel cares.
Marvel cares. DC is trying to care. Universal with their ideas to make, dark universe films and this shit. They're trying. They're really trying. Ooh, he's trying. Like he's really trying to figure it out.
I don't feel like Jurassic Park is trying.
No, this is the kind of movie. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be blunt about this shit. The Jurassic Park movies are movies for people who watch The Big Bang Theory after the first one. The first Jurassic Park movie is pretty good. Every movie after the first one is like, hey, yeah, The Big Bang Theory is accurate how nerds talk and exist. Really? Is it? Because it's a shit show for shit people. This is a shit movie for idiots.